Hi, my name's Dr. Marcus Spry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I run a private dental practice in Maidstone in Kent in the United Kingdom, and today what we're going to do is take a lucky dip of my leaflets here and talk about the subject. Woo! So this one here says gum disease, visiting the hygienist. So gum disease is something that we need to concern ourselves with, but there is a solution. So let's have a think about what the problem is. If you look in the Guinness Book of Records, which is a publication in the United Kingdom for record-breaking things, what you'll find if you look up what is the most common disease is the answer gingivitis. And gingivitis is inflammation of the gum, and that's gum disease. So how on earth does that start? Well, there are bacteria that live in our mouths. It's a bit revolting, but there are bacteria that live in our mouths, and when they bump up against the tooth, they live free-flowing in the saliva. They will reproduce, a million times more than they do in the saliva, and they produce a creamy material which we call plaque. And if that's allowed to stay against your gums, the toxic products that the bacteria produce cause an inflammation of the gums, and that is gingivitis. And the simple cure for that is removal of that plaque by brushing and by flossing. So if you remove the plaque bacteria regularly, every 12 hours, then there isn't enough build-up of the toxins to cause the gums to be inflamed. And you'll notice if your gums are inflamed, because when you brush, especially if you're keen to brush them properly, and you brush around and when you spit out there's some blood, then that means that there is some inflammation. I wouldn't want you to be put off by the fact that there's bleeding. I want you to carry on brushing for sure, but it might be worth a visit to see the hygienist if that's the case, or a visit to see the dentist for a checkup if you notice that you're spitting some blood. But that's how you would notice that your gums were inflamed. If you brush around and there's no bleeding when you spit out, then probably you're okay. But have a little look and think when the last time you went to the dentist and went to see the hygienist was, because that might be time to book again and come along and see us. So the gum disease can progress onwards from there. Unfortunately, if there are areas that you miss, you can actually then get some of the gum shrinking away, and that needs to have more detailed treatment from your hygienist. So if you notice any areas where the gum is beginning to disappear up the tooth or down the tooth in the lower, then that again is a reason to come to the dentist. What we will do at the dentist is that we'll make a very thorough assessment of the gum problem, and then we will prescribe you some treatment which will be clearing away the plaque. And here's the real kicker. Unfortunately, the plaque gets hardened into a substance called tartar by the chalk, the calcium in your saliva, and you can't get that off with your toothbrush. But we can with the special tools and instruments that we use. So we'll carefully remove the tartar and also brush away any plaque for you, so that we give you a fresh start to start keeping your gums and your teeth healthy. And what that all means at the end of the day is that you keep a healthy smile for life. Thanks for listening.